On this episode of Hull of a Road Trip, we head back south through Colorado, visit with some friends in Denver, meet some bison, and eat some Crumbl. Our first stop of this leg was in Carr, Colorado. We stayed at a really cool harvest house called the Memphis Buffalo Ranch. They had a small but growing herd of bison, and we were in for quite the experience.
So Harvest Host Day, we are getting to go and feed bison with the hosts, up close and personal. So it's feeding time. Somebody's happy. I want to be first in line.
The bison shared this bale of hay, but they showed they certainly had a pecking order. What an incredible experience being eye to eye with this 1,000-pound animal. Many of them seemed curious about the two strangers in the truck.
The little ones.
As the feeding frenzy subsided, the herd began to lazily meander around the piles of hay. These massive bulls can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. They're such beautiful animals, I almost felt guilty that they would be our dinner. We filled our little freezer with bison before we left.
Can you say thank you very much?
The wonderful hostess even gave Stormy a bone.
Thank you, Miss Tammy.
Tumbleweed in action.
We watched the herd a little more as day turned into dusk and the sky caught on fire. The next morning we were back on the road before the winds hit. 6 miles of dirt road separated us from the highway. A few hours later, we were back in Denver.
Chatfield State Park in Colorado, just outside Denver. Pretty spectacular views.
In the background, we notice a familiar sound of sailboat rigging clanking in the wind. Stormy was intrigued by some of the local wildlife.
Hi, Bunny.
The black-billed magpies were also very plentiful. The next day took us on a twisty, windy road on our way to Conifer. Notice the lack of guardrails along the edge. There were frequently drop-offs on one side and cliffs on the other. Stormy took it all in stride, although a little queasy. Much better than 25. Once in Conifer, Stormy was reunited with his bestie, and we went for a hike up Oxendraw and Eagles View trails.
This is perfect.
This is the white trail.
As we approached the peak, we understood why it was called Eagles View Trail.
Say hi.
Hello. From Eagles View, somewhere in Colorado.
The view from the top was amazing. We think this is Pikes Peak, and the clouds just lifted. You get a nice view. Fellow travelers we met on the trail were kind enough to take a picture of the 5 of us. Then we let the pups off leash as we headed back down the mountain. Stormy's living his best life. What do you think, buddy? Loving it? Wasn't long before the zoomies kicked in and a full-on play session was underway.
Hi.
Storm!
Okay, so theory.
It'll come down. Wait a second.
Easy. Want to get up a parkour.
Stay on the trail, please.
Once the pups calmed down, we enjoyed a nice leisurely stroll down the rest of the mountain. Back at Mark and Catherine,
Does Aunt Catherine give the best treats?
Stormy was introduced to frozen quail eggs. Thanks, Aunt Catherine.
Oh, buddy, was that the yolk? Oh, yummy, yummy. Hold on.
Then Kel got some time with Carson.
This is so funny. This is so funny. Yeah.
Denver, round 2.
This is what we do.
While Carson got his bottle, the adults got some Crumbl.
Oh, is it the mystery cookie that they put in
This is
a...
a mystery cookie.
What is
Oh,
it?
no, this is the Rice Krispie treat.
Oh, they just didn't want it to stick to anything.
Then we all enjoyed some song and dance. The next day we woke up to snow-capped peaks, which told us it was time to keep heading south. It was too short of a visit, but the weather was dictating our movements now. So we started our trip south to New Mexico. See you in Santa Fe.